Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe, and I'm Zoe Summer, and today we're doing April 2024 monthly reading for Virgo. So I have lots of tarot cards, oracle cards, and then at the end of this reading, Virgo, I'm going to be pulling a silver charm and doing additional messages for you, okay? So let's begin. So first I'm going to pull this tarot card from an Alice in Wonderful. Wow, that's really interesting. Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. Wow, I can see why the word wonderful came through instead of the word Wonderland when I was trying to say, Virgo, Alice in Wonderland tarot deck, because look here, the 10 of teacups. What a wonderful card. So here's why the word wonderful came through. So in this deck, and this is a new deck that I've been working with, the 10 of teacups is a big hooray because the 10 of teacups represents stability and comfort and happiness within your family, friendships, and other close relationships, and also with yourself. You're learning some new ways, Virgo, I'm hearing, and if you haven't already started, this is going to begin in April 2024 for you, Virgo. New ways to feel stable within yourself, to feel home within, in other words, within you. It's sort of like when someone says, oh, would you like a cuppa? Like they want you to have a wonderful cup of tea, and because it brings comfort. So again, we have 10 of teacups for you. You're going to be enjoying more company of those closest to you, I'm hearing, because you'll be feeling, let me just slow down for a second. You'll be feeling, it's almost like you're going to be doing a review and you're going to be really deciding who around you feels very supportive, and also ways in which you find yourself choosing different things to do in your life and in your lifestyle that feel more personally fulfilling. And that's what this 10 of teacups is about for you, Virgo, in the month of April, especially of 2024. It's about you finding ways to feel that comfort, to feel fulfilled, to feel, I'm also hearing enlightened, which is really interesting. I'm going to take a closer look and really, yes, and also to feel enlightened, spiritually enlightened. There's lots of gold in this card, which I happen to love. and I'm also noticing that the 10th teacup is up here. It's almost like you're reaching for that. And if you'll notice, and I'll turn this card towards you again in a minute, this 10th teacup in this illustration, in this tarot card, has like a starburst on it. And that's also, I'm hearing my guides are saying, that's the feeling of enlightenment, that you're feeling more aligned with universe or source or spirit, your highest self, however you define, Virgo, your connection, your spiritual connection. You're going to be feeling more of that. What a way to start. Wow. Okay, our next card here, we have a tarot card, the Knight of Swords. So this, Virgo, is representing you taking some new action. As you'll see in this card, and this is a very different, I feel, depiction of a Knight of Swords card. There's many tarot decks. This happens to be the Gilded Tarot Royale. And in this illustration, you can see there's kind of stormy weather in the background, but this Knight of Swords, he or she, or if you go with no gender, they, is cutting through, figuratively cutting through the storm. You're finding, again, new ways to cut through the noise and to, again, figurative, to relax more, to feel more harmony and balance within you, and not always seeking it outside of yourself, even though you will be doing this kind of review, Virgo, of deciding who around you is more supportive, who around you is more of a true friend. And this is a general reading. This is a YouTube channel. My channel, Zoe Summer is my name, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. So that may not resonate for all of you, but it will for many. I'm hearing it will for many. And as you'll see in this card, another depiction of this Knight of Swords, there are waterfalls on either side and an eagle up in the sky. And the eagle is representing for you, Virgo, in April 2024, of you taking more of a bird's eye view, for you seeing your life. Again, this kind of review you're taking of your life thus far. You're taking more of a VIP view, if you will, like VIP seating. If you ever go to a sports arena and you're in a VIP box, you're seeing the whole arena from high above. You're taking a bigger perspective of your life. And the waterfalls for you, Virgo, I'm hearing, are symbolizing the flow of your emotions, of you being more in touch with your emotions. Wow, very powerful. Okay, now I want to, I have a numerology card, and what I've done, which I'm going to be doing for this month's of April 2024 readings, is what I do is I shuffle ahead, put all the cards out, so that my time with you is spent actually doing the reading rather than you watching me shuffle. That's how I like to do it. So we have 101, Virgo, for your numerology card for April 2024, 101. So this represents starting over, intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, personal or spiritual development. And it also has the theme of failures, which I'm going to talk about right now, because, and then I'll read more of the message of 101 according to this numerology deck. My guides are saying, don't look at the word failures as something negative, not at all. They're saying that what you used to look at when you do, like, let me slow down here. As you do this review of your life thus far, Virgo, which seems to be what you've been doing recently or about to do in the month of April 2024, you're going to look at some things and say, oh, you're going to judge them and say, oh, you know, that was a failure. No, you're not intended to do that. You're not to look and see something as a failure. You really are supposed to spin it as a positive thinking, as that was an opportunity, because you just, whatever it was that you were labeling as failure, it was a time in your life when you just didn't know yourself very well, and you are getting to know yourself better. So see those things as opportunities. 101, happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures, so to speak, is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand happiness is a process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. So-called failures are fun. Start fresh. So I'm really hearing here that when they say start fresh in this numerology card, they mean especially start fresh in your way that you used to look at what you used to judge as failures, when in fact, those aren't failures. Those were just learning lessons, like we all have, where we didn't know ourselves well yet, or we were trying something new and we were attached to a certain outcome and it didn't meet the actual expectation we had. It's just a matter of looking at it differently. In this card, my guides are saying, yes, happiness is real, happiness is possible and around. And my guides are also wanting to share with you, Virgo, that happiness indeed is a choice. It's a way of looking at things. And that's something for you to be thinking about, especially in April, okay? Now we're going to have a Language of Flowers card for you. Again, this is Zoe Summer. This is my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. And this is a general reading. Take what resonates with you, leave behind what doesn't. And it's for Virgo, April 2024. Virgo, we have nasturtium for you. The nasturtium flower, grounding, the beginning is where you need to be. This is so interesting because we saw and let me hold this back up, in our numerology card for you today, starting over and the words start fresh. And we talked a lot about that and the meaning for you of what that is for you is starting in April 2024. And this is synchronicity. The beginning is where you need to be. So it's basically saying start fresh, as in a reset button. Start looking at things differently. Look at in this very moment that we're talking together, this is a reset button if you choose it to be. And that's perfect, meaning start fresh, look at things differently, make some plans, see what you have to do to reach those plans. Very exciting. The beginning is where you need to be, grounding. Very exciting. So now I have a Crystal Spirits Oracle card. Blue Lace Agate. There we go. Gorgeous cards. Blue Lace Agate. And I'm going to reach for the book and read you the messages of this oracle card, the crystal spirits. And as you can see in the blue, above the blue lace agate, well, it's actually, we have blue lace agate here, and then we've got a polished blue lace agate made into a gemstone. We've got a beautiful, very serene face. And this to me, I'm hearing from my guides, is indeed some inner serenity that you're going to be feeling, that the messages for you today have been about you claiming happiness and claiming inner peace and not judging yourself so harshly of what you used to call failures, but those weren't failures. They're just new opportunities, and now you would do certain things differently in your life, that you're indeed going to be starting very fresh. Very interesting. And that message, starting fresh, doesn't mean literally. It could for some of you, maybe some of you are moving somewhere, for example. But for most of you, it means an inner feeling of starting fresh, like making this reset button that my guides have been talking about, of just choosing like, hey, in this moment, I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to let go of things that I used to allow bother me. I'm not going to let them bother me anymore. So let me put this card down, blue lace agate, and I'm going to just reach for the book. Bear with me and get turn to blue lace agate number 12. Okay. And talk about numerology. It's the number 12, and 1 + 2 is 3. And I'm hearing, and for you, Virgo, April 2024, 3 is about the feeling of more balance. Just like there in my mind's eye, I'm seeing, for example, a stool with 3 legs. That if that stool just had those 3 legs in a different pattern, you'd sit on the stool and you'd fall over, if you will. It needs its 3 legs in exactly the position that it needs to be so that the stool is balanced, right? And the person can sit on it. And that's what this 3 is representing, the 1 + 2, the 12 for you, Virgo. Blue lace agate. So the essential meaning, here we go. Just like the beautiful serene face in the blue lace agate of this card. The essential meaning is peaceful, acceptance, stress-free, non-attachment, freedom from unnecessary dramas. I'm going to read more of the messages, but listen to that. We just talked about this idea of looking at things differently and non-attachment. We talked about that earlier in this reading for you, Virgo, where we talked about not being, releasing your mind, if you will, of thoughts around how in the past there may have been something that you thought the outcome would be a certain way, right? And it didn't show up that way. The outcome of a certain thing in your life didn't show up a certain way. Now you're looking at that with more non-attachment and detachment. So it brings you inner peace. Beautiful. Although crystals seem solid and permanent, so this is blue lace agate, the message. Although crystals seem solid and permanent, all things on this earth change over time, even the minerals and the rocks. Transformation can be slow and nearly imperceptible, but we are always changing. Our lives flow like a river, slowly or quickly, but always in motion. And that is a very good thing. The appearance of blue lace agate, spirit, calls for you to embrace the possibility of change without stress. You are not too old, too late, or too stuck in your ways, or too anything. You are enough, and you will have help as you dare to be different and step into a new destiny, finding your purpose with peace in your heart, instead of living according to the old patterns probably created long before you even thought about your habits and belief systems. Why hold on to a past that causes you stress and anxiety? It's already changing anyway. Impermanence is the nature of everything, and the conscious universe has so many ideas for how you can be feeling fulfilled, balanced, and joyful. This is so fascinating. And again, there were even exact words in this message of blue lace agate for you, Virgo. Messages that are, you know what, I don't want to repeat myself. You know what my guides are saying, because it was when we read those messages, it were some of the exact words. We talked about non-attachment. We talked about peaceful and being stress-free. We talked about radical acceptance. I didn't say radical, but I am saying it now. I'm hearing radical acceptance, and that allows us to step in this flow like a river. I just looked again at the passage in the book, flow like a river, of letting go and going with the flow instead of against it. Beautiful. Now we have some tea leaf fortune cards for you, Virgo. Broom, new home, new attitude. We were just hearing, or I was just hearing from me, myself, and I, from my guides that some of you might, a few of you might be moving actually, and that, but for most of you, this is going to be April 2024, about a new attitude, a new way of looking at things. And I'm also seeing that for some of you, it is going to be, you might be applying feng shui to your surroundings. You might be taking a broom literally and cleaning away dust in the corners, or figuratively, you know, cleaning away dust in the corners figuratively too, for this fresh start, this reset button, a big spring clean, as some might say, right? Really fascinating. Let's see what else we have for you, Virgo. April 2024, torch. Wow, look at this, look at this, torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And weren't we just talking about the opportunity for more enlightenment, and spiritual development? I'm going to just pick up this 10 of Teacups, the very first card that we pulled today for you, Virgo. 10 of Teacups. And mind you, I'm going to just set this down. That teacup on the top, I talked about the starburst, and it was a feeling of enlightenment that you were going to be feeling. Wow. And more connection to your spiritual beliefs. So torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. I love the colors in this card too, the pinks, and then this beautiful gradation towards the yellow of the torch. Gorgeous. Okay. Another tea leaf reading fortune card. Harp, great happiness. Look at that. I'm going to turn it towards you. What's interesting in this card, I wanted to just triple check I was seeing it. There's this dragon-like creature that's kind of on top of the harp. And the way I'm reading that is, it's almost like you figuratively were slaying the dragons, if you will, that you had a few ways of looking at your life thus far that were negative, that were like a cartoon like mad dragon instead of a happy dragon, right? And the harp is this beautiful music you're now playing that is washing away all of those negative thoughts and replacing with some new thoughts. And that's what's bringing this happiness, that happiness is an attitude, that happiness is a choice. It's a way that you're looking at things. You're looking more through your life, more at your life through the filter of joy, rather than through this fearful filter of what you're worried could happen or what you're worried did happen. Instead, now you're looking through this new filter of joy. It's beautiful. Harp. That's so interesting too, because I was just listening. I'm gonna have to pick this card up again. I was just listening to some music by Tchaikovsky, and there was this beautiful harp music this harp. I'm getting tongue-tied here. I'm thinking so quickly, my words can't follow. There was this moment, this harp I noticed was playing within this music by Tchaikovsky, and it was it just transported me in terms of just, it was so gorgeous. And now to see harp in your reading, Virgo, fascinating. Now I'm going to pull a silver charm for you and get some more messages, do some more of your reading, Virgo, for April 2024. Again, I'm Zoe Summer. This is my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. Please do subscribe and click the like button if you haven't already. It's so helpful. Okay, I'm hearing to don't pull a charm yet. And okay, I'm hearing to pull this charm. What do we have for you, Virgo? This is for Virgo. Oh, how fantastic. Oh, it's an elephant. Oh, you know what? This is amazing. So much thank you to all my spiritual guides. This is and all the loving entities. This is so amazing, Virgo, that you've got an elephant. And notice the elephant. Here, I've got to hold it carefully for you, the silver charm. Notice the elephant's trunk is turned upright, which means a lot of luck coming your way and happiness. And this whole reading has been talking about uh, starting fresh and happiness, and now to have the luck of elephant is amazing. This has been a great reading, Virgo, your April 2024 monthly. Thank you for joining me here. I'm Zoe Summer. This is my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. You have a beautiful day.